All right, here we go. Welcome to the CFG GameCast episode number 78, a weekly podcast created by gamers and streamers alike to discuss the latest gaming topics from the previous week. We stream a new episode on Saturdays and release it on podcast services like Apple, Google Podcasts, Stitcher Radio, and a whole lot more. So show us some love, give us a follow, a like, a comment on any podcast services out there. That goes a long way. Or go to our main website, confreaksandgeeks.com, to not miss an episode. I am Mr. CFG Games himself, Davis Screen, and with me today are my two awesome co-hosts. I got Lex in the second seat. What is going on, my cyborg?
Hey, buddy. A good. The week went by really fast. I had some like bad news and then some like maybe hopeful news, and then gaming just was kind of in the backseat. You know, everything went well. I did have to get rid of a mod this week. It was a tragedy. We had a fallen soldier.
That sucks.
It happens.
Sucks. Mm-hmm.
And I tried to be nice about it. Like, hey, I gotta take your privilege away. And instead they were like, how dare you? And well, if you're gonna act like that, then don't come back. Bye. See you later.
Do you know what's weird? Like when it comes to mods and stuff like that, it's kind of funny because not funny, but it's just weird. It's kind of like Facebook friends, you know. Like once you have a Facebook friend, you're like, oh, okay, but you don't talk to them until the only time that you'll talk to them is when you tell them, hey, I'm gonna let you go. You're not gonna be my friend on Facebook anymore. I'm trying to clean out the people that I don't talk to. There's no point to it. Then that's when they really care. And then they take it personal, you know? That's why I feel like how mods kind of are if they don't do what they need to do.
Well, and it was just silly, like common sense stuff. And like I had already given them warnings. And then, Ravage is my community manager. And then like they didn't get along, which I was like, they'll figure it out one day. Maybe like they won't have to hug it out, but like maybe shake hands. And Ravage is Ravage, and he doesn't.
There's no in between with Ravage. I know.
No, and he would just be like, "F you, man," and in chat that could be taken as like a funny hubris, but then the response would be like, no, now I'm gonna drag him through the mud. And it's like, are we having a cat fight right now? Like, what is happening? Like, you can't ever do that. That was like your last straw, and I'm gonna give you one more chance. And then they said,
I'm not ragging
like
on
an
you,
LGBT offensive word in my chat, and they're like, well, that's what the article said.
Well,
if the article said the N-word, would you say that too in my chat? Like, come on now. Hello? Common sense, people.
Well, TLDR, for the most part, it sucks. You got rid of your mod, and I know it's annoying. But could have done better.
Is a Sass King. Sass King.
Yeah.
He is. But I got denied by the surgeon I was trying to get into. I got the big old, we do not want to take over your care, so that sucked. Then come to find out the person who had recommended him was like, oh, he's a horrible surgeon and ruined 2 of my children. I'm like, oh, you could have told me that, after you had recommended. Oh, I forgot. I'm like, you read my posts. So Matt's best friend just graduated, and he wants to go into neurosurgery, and I'm going to go see the one he works for. And so they're fast tracking me. So even though I'm pretty sure I need another decompression, but I just want my tubing fixed. Just fix my tubing. Please, please, please. Just take it out. Just take it out and replace it.
Well, let's cross our fingers and hopefully that definitely goes well, especially. Yeah. Oh, yeah, I'm sure it will. I mean, karma's going to come around really, very nicely on your way towards that. So yeah.
I feel like is not like the medical system is crazy. Especially when it comes to procedures and things like that.
Well, and people think it's so easy, and it unfortunately, one doctor looks at me and he thinks I'm a hot mess, and well, you were another doctor's problem, so you make them fix it. And it's like, no, they destroyed my life. Can you help me? And they're like, no.
What's worse is that that's just the whole Pandora's box. That's a whole conversation in itself, though. But
but that was my week.
Jesus,
I was on the phone for hours a lot this week.
Yeah, definitely. I can only imagine. My God. Like I said, let's just pray for some good stuff, for some good news on that on that front. Yeah. But we do have some good news right now. We got the 5-star general of the itty bitty Smitty committee. I got Smitty on the 3rd seat. What up, bro?
He's a real MVP!
What is going on? Now that's not blaring in my ears, I don't know what the hell happened there, but that was a thing for a little bit. I appreciate your guys' patience with that. Yeah. But it's been a fantastic. It's been a weird week for me. For me, I started the Halo series again. Big ups and thank you so much to Nightwing for helping me and doing some co-op with me and stuff like that. So we're about halfway through that story now. Other than that, I've gone back playing Spider-Man, and I promised Day that I am going to beat Metal Gear Solid 5 on stream.
How you promise Day?
By when?
You should be promising me, dude. By this time. That's what you should be doing.
Oh, you're right. Hold on. Yeah, no, you're right. You're right. Headphones, of course.
By a certain date, or just in general?
Not by a certain date. Just I said, and I'm not gonna slack on it either.
Yeah.
I'm gonna get to it, and I say that now. We'll see how it plays out, but I will do it. I am a man of my word, and I will beat that game on stream. Absolutely. Other than that, I found out that I was exposed to COVID,
you have no faith, Lex.
About 2 weeks ago. So I got an email saying that I was exposed on a shoot that I had for a site survey that I went on. So that was something. I actually got tested yesterday, and I was negative. I came back negative. So luckily for that, and I was able to get in and start I got the first shot for the vaccine. So I'm excited to get there. I was kind of feeling a little weird yesterday, and but my reaction was pretty minimal from what I've heard from some other people. So,
but still, it's like you don't want to be in that situation. You don't ever want to be in the situation to get stuck in, with that situation.
Right.
Yeah.
But yeah, and mainly too, just to bring something like that back to the family or something like that. I'd feel terrible. So.
You didn't know that
it was good.
He didn't know that he had COVID, did he?
No. So the person that the person that was exposed or was positive, it was their house, but he wasn't really around us. He had stepped in maybe for a second, but again too, we were masked up. We've been practicing, and I was making sure too. I always keep my distance from people and stuff like that. Pretty minimal, from what I've heard from some other people. We were taking the precautions, and that seemed to, again, to be in that space and know somebody there was positive and turn around and not get it. You know what I mean? Again, feel fortunate about that. So
right,
yeah,
well, that's good. That's definitely good. Well, we're glad you got it. Glad that you got. Yeah, I'm really glad you got the shot really fast. I mean, no worries at all.
Yeah. Well, in Nevada, they recently, and I feel terrible. They recently made it so that the media was considered essential workers. So they opened it up, and we had gotten a link, and I immediately went and put my stuff in and whatnot. I know that I've got friends and Scorp Kitty, she is a teacher as well, and they are having all kinds of issues trying to get the vaccine. But yet they're talking about trying to get them back.
Wait, are teachers non-essential workers?
They're like tier 3.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
So I feel bad. It's I got in no problem. Just oh, yeah, you know what I mean? And then they're struggling trying to get it. And,
wow, okay.
When I'm around kids and stuff like that.
My God.
Well, and sadly, right now, they've been saying that kids aren't really affected. I'll tell you right now, my goddaughter, she's 60% lung capacity. She got COVID in June. Her life has changed. She's a couch potato, and she hates it.
Right.
I mean,
her entire life has been turned upside down.
Do you know what it is though? Because the consensus of saying the chances for a kid to get it is low, but that doesn't mean you're safe. Because if the kid what about the kids that did get it? And then that's a different story. They didn't.
And now there's a super spreader out. There's a 2.5 version out because there was COVID 2.0 and now 2.5. Now it's even more spreadable. So.
Well, we're not going to be, it's worse.
Let's not talk about it. Be careful around kids, guys. Mask up.
Yeah, for the most part. But as for me, I've been doing pretty good though. I mean, as much as you can be, I've been basically quarantining myself. I've been pretty isolated on my own, but I've been getting some stuff and things done, so it's going to be pretty cool. I actually got some stuff going in the works, which I can actually start officially discussing, which is cool.
Ooh, tell us.
Yeah. Well, first off, we did.
Wheaton?
No, it's not It's not Wheaton. Not yet. But
No Wheaton?
no Wheaton. But I will say this though, like I did talk to the voice actor who played 2B from Nier Automata this week. Yeah, Kira Buckland. Yeah, we have that interview up right now. So if you go to confreaksandgeeks.com, you can go check the other podcasts that we have, Pop Culture Gems. See how much of an anime nerd she is, which was a really great conversation. I had a fun time, and she was also schooling me about JoJo's Bizarre Adventure. So let's go with that. So yeah, that was a great one as well. Yeah, then we're going to be talking to the creators of Guilty Gear, the upcoming Guilty Gear and Guilty Gear Strive. So that's going to be coming in very soon on the website itself. You know what we need to start doing? We need to start getting guests on this show like that. That's what we need to start getting on this, because like I am going to, because like it's like we're making stuff and things happen, but it's like, but I'm like, you know what? We should really add someone here on this conversation, because I would love to be like talking directly about saying, like, if it was the director of Shenmue, be like, hey, why did you ask for money like for the crowd, but then you're asking people from Sony? Make it super uncomfortable. You know,
right.
I'm just.
Oh, he trying to ask all the hard questions.
I'm just kidding. I wouldn't do that. It's like I would want to I mean, the first thing you want to do is not blackball yourself, essentially. You know.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Like,
so
don't go onto that show. It is divisive. It is all hell.
Yeah, I don't want to do that. No, I'd like to have a nice conversation towards that. So this was very cool. So that's what I've been mostly doing. I've been playing, actually. Unfortunately, there's a game I am playing. I'm going to do a review. The review is going to be out next week. That's currently under embargo, so can't say anything. But I need to start streaming again. I really haven't been streaming very well. Lex and I played Scott Pilgrim yesterday. Since somebody doesn't want to play Scott Pilgrim with us.
I feel like I don't know. I understand, like, and a lot of people, like, I've only saw the movie like once.
I did too.
You know what I mean?
Shut your face. I've like watched it like a million times. So good.
Some people say, I feel like it was, I don't know. It was in a time when I watched it later after it had come out. I didn't watch it like when it originally came out and stuff.
I didn't either.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Maybe a year later.
I think it's definitely worth the watch again, but like I don't feel the same thing that a lot of people feel for that.
You don't have to have a feel of the movie. You like River City Ransom, right?
I do.
That is like the game is River City Ransom. That's what it is. And it's like,
I didn't know that. You didn't explain that to me.
Oh my God!
It changes everything.
Oh, it's your fault.
We told you.
We told you this before. I could have sworn.
I will buy you the game with my stimmy.
Unfortunately, it's not on Steam. Unfortunately, it's an Epic Game Store exclusive. Well, not really exclusive. Really? It's Epic Game Store and Ubisoft Connect. Those are the only two places you can get it. Yeah. So, wait. Technically, you already have it if you have the monthly Ubisoft thing. Yeah. You
have the game.
You son of a gun.
You son of a.
You are a horrible person.
I'll have to look. I am, dude. I got TV.
I'm leaving.
Stuff going on.
I'm leaving.
Yes.
I'm leaving.
That's terrible.
I'm done. Opie, take over.
I am.
Can my co-host take over?
No, yeah, we got to go switch to the dog instead. My God.
I'll switch to Cam.
I am not a man of culture. I'm a cultured man. What are you talking about?
Yeah,
you just answered your own anyways. But well, let's get down to it anyways. I know y'all don't want to be talking about our argument with Scott Pilgrim is good or not. What's up, Lex? You raising your hand?
I want to point out that you haven't said rigmarole last or this week.
I did say it last week. You were about to
say let's get into it, and when you say let's get into it, then you don't rigmarole.
You don't want me, so you miss rigmarole. Rigmarole.
Yes.
Okay, fine. Go
ahead.
We'll go back and we'll rewind the tape and we'll do it.
Ubisoft,
yeah, exactly.
I'm cutting out.
Why is she cutting that?
I'll cut you out.
I heard that a little bit.
Yeah, just a smidge.
Stabby.
But her message is very clear. So let's get back. So I'll just say, let's get down to it. I know let's go to the normal rigmarole that we normally do. I know that y'all don't want to listen to our banter on Scott Pilgrim, but each of us picks a new topic of discussion within video games from the previous week. The topic would or could be about a specific game or something that happened in the gaming industry itself. And we don't want to talk about it amongst ourselves. We want you, the listeners, on all services, YouTube, Twitch, Facebook, to be a part of the conversation. So if there's something that you want to be a part of, by all means, write it, type it in. We love for you to contribute, and we will answer or counter, see, agree, disagree, whatever, and go with your point. So let's get down to it. So I will be starting off this time around, and I want to talk about Resident Evil Village. Resident Evil Village is like a very anticipated game. Lex, are you planning on getting it?
Oh yes, it's the only Resident Evil I want to play.
Yeah, that is very it's very
Don't
interesting.
at me, people. I know it. No, it's the only one I want to play.
Oh yeah. Well, Village looks like Village looks great.
It actually looks scary. The other ones don't scare me. Sorry.
You know, but I will say this though. I think you should try playing 7 because what Village is though is because it continues the story of Ethan Winters, who was first set in motion in the original Resident Evil. So I think you should try at least beating that on your own and see where that's going to go. So I believe it was Thursday. Capcom released did a reveal stream about the new upcoming Resident Evil Village and what's going to be coming with it. So they announced the date, which is going to be coming out, I believe was May 7th, if I remember correctly. And it's going to come in 2 different editions, the digital collector's edition and then also the regular edition.
The Alexa's birthday edition?
What's the Alexa's birthday edition?
I don't know, because that's like a couple days before my birthday.
Nice.
Yeah, so
hey guys.
So yeah, so there's a lot of stuff that they're going to be doing with this thing. I mean, there's a lot of things that they're going to be putting. There's this is marked. First off, this year marks the 25th anniversary of the first Resident Evil, if you did not know already. So this is going to be freaking awesome. Secondly, they released the same day they announced this the trailer for this. They also released the demo, which you can, if you have a PlayStation 5, if you're a PlayStation 5 owner, you can actually pick it up. It's absolutely free. I am thinking about streaming this because I haven't touched it myself yet, and but I will definitely do it as well. And then also, which is cool, they're going to be doing an additional extra game, because like as of late, the last game they did was the RE3 remake with the side game. I forgot what it was called. I think I want to say Resistance, but something like that. Along the matters of it, and so they're doing a side game in this Resident Evil, which is a 4-player. I believe it's like a shooting, like a comic style. It's like comic style visuals. Then it has like the all-star roster of previous Resident Evil cast members, and then you basically need it's a basic free-for-all killing spree of you chasing down each other, beating each other down. They call that one Resident Evil RE-verse. Excuse me. So yeah, so there's a lot of cool stuff that's coming our way on this game now. For me, I will say this, because like the one thing I will say about Resident Evil games is this. I feel that like Resident Evil has like been one of the it's kind of rare, for as long as Resident Evil's been going, they're one of the groups games that have like successfully evolved themselves to like multiple times and just continues on to become better and better with in its age. Not saying that the newer games are better than the older games, but they are still consistently like good. I mean, there's still weird games like Code Veronica is debatable. Then you also have Resident Evil Gaiden that came out on Game Boy and stuff. But the whole story genre of it, like this is not even like the new genre of it is now revolving with Ethan Page as opposed to Chris Redfield, and it still is a very captivating storyline. So I'm looking forward of like and it was originally something that was like a simple concept, which was just zombie killing, like a T virus is out in the Raccoon City and you're trying to survive, to now, which is like supernaturalness, because like the demo is showing this incredibly gigantic, like large woman that's a vampire and stuff, and looks really, really good. Like the quality of it looks insane. It's like the visuals. I'm really looking forward to seeing these kind of, you know, suspenseful thriller things. It's not just zombies anymore. It's more like, it's more than that. So so I will say this is probably one of my most highly anticipated games, especially for console players, for it myself. So the hype is very real for me on this. I'm definitely looking forward to it, for a really fun story. So I just wanted to get y'all's take, what y'all think, or where y'all stand on this, on this upcoming game.
So, okay. To answer BH's question, what is Resident Evil about? Basically, in a very short synopsis, there's a city called Raccoon City. There's a company called it's Umbrella Corp, right?
Yeah, Umbrella.
And they release a virus on accident called the T virus.
Was it an accident? I'm just kidding. Go for it.
Was the pandemic an accident? No, I'm just kidding. But basically, the T virus is accidentally released, and things start changing. Animals, humans, they're like, you're all going to die down here. So that's kind of the basis of what it was. Now, when I've kind of been tired of zombies for a really long time. I grew up watching monster movies with my dad. Zombies were never really my jam. I was always like, why don't they just run away? They are slow AF. Hello. Do you know what I mean? Like, I just, like, logically in my mind, I thought they were silly. Now, of course, they've been redone. There's, you know, like I Am Legend, where they run really fast. And they have almost not a hive mind, but they're aware, which is a little different from, you know, the basic zombie genre story theory. This looks more supernatural, which we all know is my jam. So I also I've played like at other people's, like, friends' houses. Like, they were like, oh, I gotta go to the bathroom. You want to play? I'm like, sure. You know,
that was the only time you played, was inside when they went to the bathroom.
Well, and then they were like, well, it's, you know, you can keep playing. And so I played for a couple hours, and like I could feel them behind me, like, jumping. And I wasn't scared. And then I found out later the reason they kept wanting me to play was because they were too scared to play. So they didn't want me to leave the room.
Yeah.
And if you guys have watched, for anyone here that watches my streams, I'm pretty desensitized. Like, it's really hard to, like, get me good. Animatronics, you name it, horror, supernatural. But with the supernatural element, to me, that adds more to the storyline, and that's where I'm intrigued. Because, like, I played Alan Wake. Was it really scary? No, but it had a really cool storyline in it. It almost played like you were reading a book. And I like that. And I feel like this might be similar to that. But do you guys remember the movie The Village?
Yeah.
It reminds me of that mixed. Correct. Which was actually a really good movie. And those who say it's not, you don't understand it then. It reminds me of The Village, kind of mixed with, like, this, like, 1920s, because you see people in, like, 1920s, like, garb. And not just it feels like it's jumping timelines, and that really intrigues me. Like, right there where she's got the hat and the chandelier and the house, like, there's a lot to this story, and it really intrigues me. Why are there ninjas? What's happening? You know,
are there ninjas in this?
I don't think they're ninjas. I think they're breaking into a house and they have a ski mask.
I doubt that there's ninjas, but still, yeah, I know what you're saying.
You know, you know what I mean? I think it's going to play more like, okay, so if it's not going to scare me, I want you to intrigue me. And so I think that's where this is in my head. Like, okay, you're on my wish list. Is it going to be on PC though? I don't know. And if that's not the case, Smitty,
it probably will.
Steam. It's Steam.
It's not going to be like, I don't think it's going to be day one. Is
Peter in this? I don't know.
But like, I think that it's definitely coming out on PC, because I mean the other one came out on PC.
Yeah.
I just don't think it was. I think it was like a couple of months after. That's what I think.
Yeah.
And this, I think, you know, too, I think this is going to be another good test for the PlayStation 5 and just what its capabilities are. I think this is one of the games that will be able to kind of highlight and show, you know, what the system can actually do. So I am excited about that. I'm not that familiar with the Resident Evil series. I kind of fell off. I never really played them. I watched some of the movies. This definitely is intriguing, the fact that there is, and I think I didn't really play them because I didn't realize there was a story to them. That gets me a little more excited as opposed to it just being a scary game. Because I'm not really a big horror or scary game player.
Side note, the movies are basically nothing to do with the games, though.
With the games?
They really aren't.
Dust is asking, is Peter Stormare is in this? Sorry to cut you off. I didn't know you were done. But I don't know. It would be cool if he was.
I was adding.
Yeah, that'd be cool if he was, though. But I'm sorry. What were you saying, Smitty? I'm sorry to cut you.
No, I was just saying that's my only point of reference for the most part. I had one of them for the Wii, but I never really played through the Resident Evil series just because I thought it was just a zombie game. And, you know what I mean? I wasn't really trying to do all that and whatnot. This is more intriguing because it definitely seems like, number one, it says something hinting at wrapping up somebody's story, which is always cool. So that makes me want to be like, oh, whose story? Should I go back? Do I need to go back and look? And that could even be something where I don't necessarily have to go back and play them. I can watch a video on YouTube or something like that, catch up on a story, and then maybe, you know what I mean, jump into this one or something like that. So I do like the fact that you understand that they are getting more away from the zombie-ish stuff and it's turning more into like lore and mythology. And, Oh, I did see that ninja for a second there.
It just appeared like a ski mask.
Yeah, but you know what I think it is, though, because I think it's just maybe Liz that like, I mean, they're obviously like, it's Resident Evil's hitting 25. You know, it would be kind of weird to kind of be going by the same kind of strength of, oh, this is the T virus. The T virus has mutated, because like prior to that storyline, technically, just the T virus storyline, there was six Resident Evils. And technically, in Resident Evil 6, there was 3 different storylines that were happening in 6. So there was technically 9 or 8 different stories that were going at the same time for just the T virus, and it just got, and you know, it's just like a regular,
too much.
Yeah, just like a regular horror story, like horror movie kind of situation. Like once you make a sequel that's like ridiculously high, it's like you've already jumped the shark, you know. So they kind of they're needing fresh blood to kind of have a different perspective towards that. And I think that this is like what they led to with Resident Evil 7 about the house, inside the house, which was more of a selective, specific thing instead of saying a worldwide global, you know, like pandemic, like what the T virus was. It made it more, it gave it a new kind of twist for an old like, you know, for an old title like that. So, and I think and I think the direction on what they're going for on Village is just expanding on that world, especially since you're using the same guy, you know. So because like which is also another thing, because they, like, you remember in Resident Evil 1 was all about Chris Redfield, but then 2, 3, and 4 was 5 was until 5 Redfield comes back, you get to play him again. Like 2, 3, and 4 was like, where's Chris, or a different scenario of what was happening when Chris is missing, you know, that kind of stuff. So I think I welcome those kind of changes, you know.
Well, so, and in the trailer, if you look at it, I mean, there's so many different time periods shown. Do you know what I mean? Like, I feel like almost this might be like a we're starting fresh kind of deal, because I mean, and here's the thing, like, you know, even within human nature, when something happens, like with the pandemic, you could go online and read thousands of theories about what people think is going on. Are they true? No, most likely not. But I mean, if something like this where our friends and family were turning into zombies, you know, obviously there would be theories like this part. This is so intriguing to me. And I just, I don't know. I'm excited. I'm excited. I think it's going to be really cool. I think you're going to be jumping back and forth between timelines and stories. And I'll be honest, I watched the Silent Lady. She plays horror games silently. She's really awesome. But she was playing 7 with the house. I don't like creepy old people. It makes my stomach physically turn. It's not like it scares me, it grosses me out.
That's just a preference for you.
I can't. I can't do it. Like, it looks like if you just touched them, it would just peel. Ugh, I can't. Nope.
Was Dust is asking, was in 5 the Chris Redfield punch the boulder? There was a lot of craziness in 5 that I can't even remember. But it's like what you just said in that statement, Dust. It's very possible that that's what happened. I don't know. I don't remember. It's been so long. But yeah, I'm hyped. But like overall though, yeah, I am definitely hyped on this game. Looking forward to it. That's probably going to be one of the games I'm going to pick up, especially for the PS5. So we'll see how that goes itself. I'm excited. Right. Alrighty. Lex.
Hi.
What do you bring into to the table?
Well, y'all, someone tried to put a fast one on you guys this week, and I'm going to call them out right now.
But who?
So, good question. Their name's Microsoft. So Microsoft, out of nowhere, was like, yeah, you know that gold membership? We're going to charge you double. And everyone goes, I'm sorry, what? So if you didn't know, when you play on a console, you have to play for, or you have to purchase, you can do like 3 months, 6 months, a year, like a subscription so that you can play online with other people. You could play solo and not do that. PlayStation has it. A lot of other consoles have it as well. My friends were very lovely when I got my Switch, and they were like, we have a 4th spot you can have. I was like, well, thank you. But out of nowhere, they just were like, yeah, we're going to charge you double for it. So instead of 60, it's 120. Instead of $24.99, it's going to be like 60. You know what I mean? So Xbox tweeted, today was not great. We always try to do our best for you, and today we missed the mark. We hear you, and we're reversing our Xbox Live Gold pricing updates. To bring Xbox Live more in line with how we see the player at the center of their experience, we will be removing gold requirements for, and I quote, free-to-play games. Okay, keep that in mind. We're going to come back to that. We're starting work on that immediately, and we'll have updates in the coming months. Now, Fortnite is free to play. Apex is free to play. There's a few others I could list. And they're free on other consoles, but not on Xbox. So they're going to change that, and it will be available on Xbox. They did put out an actual statement that I would like to read. We messed up. Okay, hold on. So this part was just basically like part of the tweet. Like, we've decided not to change Xbox Live Gold pricing. And then this was their media statement. We're turning this moment into an opportunity to bring Xbox Live more in line with how we see the player at the center of the experience, yada, yada, yada. That was still part of it. If you're an Xbox Live Gold member already, you stay at the current price for renewal. New and existing members can continue to enjoy Xbox Live Gold for the same prices they pay today. In the US, $9.99 for 1 month, $24.99 for 3 months, and $39.99 for 6 months, $59.99 for a retail of 12 months. Now, I don't have an Xbox. I don't know what the normal pricing was beforehand. I tried to look, and it looks like someone's...
No,
was that the original?
That's the original, because originally what they were proposing to do was that they were going to do so they were going to do $5 increases on the low one. So $9.99 will become $14.99 for $14.99 a month. Then 3 months is going to be $29.99, which didn't make any sense. And then 6 months was going to be $60, and then they were going to completely get rid of the year. So the only way that you would be able to get it 1 year is get
you'd have to pay 120.
Yeah, to get 120 for that. So this was
shut your mouth.
Yeah, so I was like, wow, okay. So but I mean, just a long story short of it, it's just like this is what I'm assuming, and this is what I think is what logically would make sense. The reason why they're doing that is they're trying to force the players to go to Xbox Game Pass. That's the only logical reason why I would see why they would do it, because at that point in time, it would be like, I mean, like how much is Xbox Game Pass monthly? I don't even know. Smitty, do you know?
15 maybe.
Yeah, so it's 15 a month on just with Game Pass, and then technically Game Pass gives you the online capability as well on top of that. So it's like
wait. Game Pass gives you the online stuff.
Yeah, on top of it.
Then why would you even buy gold? I don't understand.
That's what doesn't make sense about it. I don't understand.
Hello?
Yeah, they're trying to push. Yeah, they're trying to push people to stop using gold because they're like trying to. It's weird. It's like they're trying to neg on their goal on Xbox game gold to forcibly see if there's to force their base to move to Xbox Game Pass. And I'm just like,
say, hey, we're no longer going to offer gold. We're going to move all current accounts over to Game Pass.
That's exactly what I'm saying. That's exactly
what much is Game Pass? How much is Game Pass?
Well, $14.99 a month. Let's find out. Let's just find out. I want to be finding out.
It's like a Netflix experience, right?
Yeah,
essentially.
I mean, let's see what it is.
Stupid.
There's Xbox Game Pass.
It's $60
for a year.
Wait. For a year, yeah.
Yeah. So like that. That's the reason why that would only make the most sense on why they would try to force themselves on gold. If they're going to be doing that kind of decision making towards that, first off, Microsoft, y'all like. I mean, that is the dumbest thing to do to forcefully. The way to forcefully do it is saying we are phasing out Xbox Live Gold and we are going to be doing Xbox Game Pass 100%. Yes, and that's all you need. Like, there's no, you don't
just
need
say that.
Yeah, you don't need the illusion. Yeah, it's like you don't even need the illusion of saying of this. People are going to see a good deal when they see a good deal. If you're going to give them the option to say, hey, you're going to have monthly chances to play all these games at a monthly rate at this price, it's the same as Xbox Live Gold, then you would obviously win them over. Like, you don't have to do anything. It sells itself. But I don't know what they were doing at all whatsoever.
It's not like
it doesn't make sense. It just doesn't make sense why to make that move and then a day later have to go back and be like, you know what, we messed up. We're gonna go ahead. Like, this went through multiple people and passed in front of other, multiple people's eyeballs. As far as before they put it out and said this is the move we're gonna do. So that was just all around bad decision making. Unless they, again, it doesn't make sense to
someone's fired
do that and then have to roll back on it immediately. It's like, did you guys not see what that was going to be? Why not just say, you know what, we're done with gold. We're just going to move everything. I don't know why gold exists at this point.
What's even funnier to me,
that's what doesn't make sense. You're splitting it's basically the same service, but you just have it split. It's like just merge it all together. Call it one thing, bada bing, bada boom.
Okay, but here's the thing, though. This is what Ravage says. Actually, two good ones. Ravage says there are
books mean Italian.
Yeah, they are rolling back hard on price hikes. People lost their crap and they listened. Technically, yeah, that's true, but it's not. But here's the thing, though. This is the problem I'm having, Ravage, on this. Like, the reason why they are the reason why they thought that they needed to do that is because there was a reason that they felt that they were needing to do it. So their reason of needing to do it is like it doesn't make sense when you already have two pricing models that you're saying we're going to use the old model, we're going to increase the price of that, and then we have model B which gives you more and then gives you the same access as what Model A is giving you for the same price, and they're not changing it. So like, I'm just saying that like their thought process onto that for them to go to that point doesn't make a lick of sense. Even their pricing model doesn't even make a lick of sense. Because if you're telling me that like 3 months, you're going to increase your thing from just $5 for the first 2 tiers, and then you're going to ridiculously expand, like they're technically punishing you for doing a year, like a year on that towards it than what it was initially. It doesn't make a lick of sense whatsoever,
Well,
so
I think here's the problem, and I think this is something that people forget. So my grandmother is 92 and she knows that I play games.
Mm-hmm.
She's bought me some weird things over the years. She's bought me an Xbox Live card. like the gold card that you can pick up at the store, you know, thinking that, oh, she plays games. She didn't know what she didn't know that there was a difference between Microsoft and Sony. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
She's 92. She sees it. Well, Lex plays video games here, so I gifted it to somebody else. But like, I feel bad. I've told her, like, if you're gonna buy me something, just buy me some. Make it yourself, or you know, send me money instead if you really want to, or don't even worry about it. But here, I mean, for the older generations, and I'm talking like the boomers, when they shop for their grandkids at this point, because you know that's the millennials have now had their kids. Most of us don't, but you know, when they're in the store thinking of their kids, they're thinking, well, they have Xbox, they have PlayStation. Let me grab them a card. My dad's done that to me twice, which was very helpful at the time with the PlayStation card because I was running out. But you know, they don't know, and so it's kind of like this weird loophole that now you're getting people stuck with gold when they could have done another service. You know what I mean? Like just get rid of, like you're saying, get rid of it altogether. Someone did say something very interesting.
They'll give them the illusion of choice.
Yeah, like don't make it like this whole rigmarole. Give them one option and stick with it. Or if you're going to give them a tiered option, make it worth it. You know what I mean? Give them something that the other one isn't offering. Monkey Blood said, I don't think the price of gaming hasn't kept up with the development costs and inflation. We should be paying more for these services and games, to be honest. Everything is going to go up sooner or later. And we have discussed this. Games are no longer going to be $60 for AAA games. They're going to be what, $79, $80 now?
I already spent $70.
They should be.
$69.99.
To be honest with you, they should be. But
and then of course, if you're gonna get like the special editions, you know, like the Royales or whatever of those games, you know, add another $20 to what it was before. They're going up in price. I mean, that's not a thing. But I don't know why Microsoft did that. I'm almost thinking that it was a media ploy to get attention. Because nobody's been talking about them lately, to be honest. Have you guys? Because I haven't.
That's a very good possibility too.
That's such a cheap tactic, I feel, and
so many people use it though.
Too. Yeah, but it's like Microsoft, you make good moves and then you do something dumb like this. And again, it always makes me side-eye them. Like, what are you doing? Like, this is not gonna go over with your
You're already
like, you can't, you know what I mean? Like
you didn't like it? Oh, I liked it. It was great.
I got you a present, and then you open the present and it punches you in the face. Like, what are you doing?
With poop on its hand.
Oh God! It's like, why'd you wash your hands? No, well, I mean, come on, dude.
To do that?
I'm just saying that, like, overall, like, yeah, well, it's weird because, like, it's an uphill battle for Microsoft technically right now. Not saying that they're in dire need, because I mean they have virtually an infinite amount of like resources, but I'm saying that like with when it comes to this, like the Xbox Game Pass and their internet services is really used for their maintenance costs, because everything has to go through Microsoft servers. I'm assuming it's their Azure servers now, for their online for everybody. So it makes sense. So like logically, I'm just saying this. I don't think it would be as bad as if they were planning on doing that for Game Pass too. Is what I'm saying. But if they're not, but like what leads me to believe the reasoning why they did this was they were trying to force people to look at the deal of Xbox Game Pass to justify it. Because one thing that I just noticed, I didn't even think about this, Smitty was surprised that the Game Pass allows you to do Xbox, gives you gold automatically. They haven't.
No, that's what I said.
No, right? They haven't.
That's what she said.
Oh yeah, they haven't advertised. Oh, sorry. Well, they haven't advertised it very well on that in itself, though. So I'm just saying that, like, overall. But like, yeah,
I just thought you got to play games. I didn't know you were also able to play online as well.
Well, yeah, gold,
because that's a good deal.
Yeah, gold is just online. It allows you to
it's
play
like
online.
Blockbuster, but better.
Yeah, I realized that gold was just to play online. That's why I didn't understand like the breakdown. I was like, what is the difference between gold and Game Pass?
Yeah,
you don't get the free games with gold. Or
yeah,
you do get the free
because technically the way the structure works now is for $5 more, you have access to the digital library. But then once you say, oh, we're gonna add $5 to live gold, then you're basically you lost it. You completely lost your selling point between the two.
Maybe devil's advocate question.
Yeah.
What if you stop getting the service? You've downloaded these games. You've played halfway through like one of them. Now you don't get to play it?
Your Xbox catches on fire and then Microsoft slaps you in the face.
Oh, got it.
No, but
then they send you a gift with a punch in it.
Yeah, then they send you a gift with a duty punch or something. But
you walk in the room, your Xbox
just you
get
just
the
cut
fuck
out. Yeah, so that's funny. That's super funny. But yeah, so no, but what basically is that you're just gonna lose access to the game. Simple as that. But you can save it, but you still lose access to the game itself. So I mean, simple as that. Yeah. So so
I guess with gold, the only difference is that, but again, like it evens out because like I mean, how often do you go back and play a game? If you're playing for the service, like let's say you're paying $70 for games because that's what they're going to cost now, right? You're playing you're using the gold, to get online. You have the game in your library. Let's say 1 month, your months are over and you can't play online with friends, but at least you have your games to play in your personal library. Versus the other scenario where you can't afford the $15 a month. Bite me. I guess that would be the only reason. But if they really, again, like you said, just freaking get rid of it. Just get rid of it. I'm done. It made me. I'm frustrated, and something's biting my butt.
This is something. I'm just thinking that it's just something that it just needs to. It ran its course. I mean, Game Pass is just too good. Yeah, Game Pass is just too good of a deal to go with it. And you know what's funny? If you increase the price to Game Pass, I don't think they would mind that as much as what it would be for just online access. So you have more of like if you cancel Gold, then you just say, here's Game Pass. It's going to allow you to have internet access, and you have all these different kinds of things. You just need, like, you could, and then in a year's time, they'll say, hey, because of cost, we need to increase the price to Game Pass. People will probably get their butt hurt on that as well, but I bet you they would justify that more. It would be more understandable because you're getting a vast library of free games that you're getting monthly than just saying we're just increasing internet cost. So,
well, why would they? I mean, would they even need to do that though? To like make a price increase?
Well, they could if they wanted to. I mean,
the library already exists.
Well, yeah,
they have that stuff anyway. You know what I mean? And the other people are like, I don't see why you don't just roll those people over into Game Pass, completely kill out Gold as a thing, and it's just Game Pass is their.
Oh, they probably would. Yeah. Well, yeah, but some people.
It's a weird, dumb move.
Some people play monthly though. Some people still pay monthly, and that's still less.
Which you can still do that. That option still exists.
Hey, for us broke ass people, I get it. Monthly sometimes has to be a thing.
Technically, monthly is more expensive.
Those options still exist with Game Pass as well.
Yeah.
Oh no, I know, but the difference is
literally nothing changes.
No, the difference is going to be a $5 difference though. If it was the monthly, right now monthly is $9.99 on the Xbox Live Gold. So since they're not. If they're not going to go through what these changes, it's still going to be $9.99.
But you're not getting a full library.
Yeah, you're not going to get the library.
For $5 more.
Yeah, they would have to upgrade to $15. Yeah, they have to upgrade to $15 a month.
I see what you're saying.
Yeah.
All right, I think that's worth it for sure.
Yeah, definitely. I think so too. Most definitely.
I understand what you're saying now.
Yeah.
All right,
people that are just on Gold now, and then they would then have to pay a little extra for that.
Broke ass hoes, $9.99. Yeah. Not broke ass hoes, $15.99.
Pretty much, essentially. So yeah, there you go. So yeah, so there we go. So
Microsoft
my topic. Microsoft do better. That's basically what it's coming down to.
Hey, at least they didn't do Bethesda. That's all I'm saying.
You're gonna have to purpose. You would have to hate yourself to be like Bethesda would have to hate themselves. Like you would have to hate yourself to be what Bethesda likes.
Everyone at Bethesda is just like ready with razor blades.
That's essentially what's going on. That's basically
Sorry, I'll stop.
That's their project management. That's the project management of Bethesda. Is that it's like razor blades and running. It's like just here you go. Here's your razor blade and just have fun. That's basically what they did.
Go to town. Just don't fuck up our equipment, okay? It's great.
Oh my God. All right. Well, before we go to our last topic, I'd like to give a thing. Here's a thing from one of our sponsor. So here we go. We here at the CFG GameCast loves books, but we can get super busy at times and especially don't have the time to relax and dive into fancy novels, space novels, what have you, whatever Smitty likes to read. But it doesn't matter. But that's okay though, because the best way to enjoy a book is to listen to it, and that is where Amazon Audible comes in. Excuse me. Audible gives you a huge selection of books to choose from, be it fantasy, sci-fi, biographies, and so much more. Audible has you covered. Currently I've been using Audible for years now, well before the sponsored ad, and I've been loving it. I just actually recently finished Ernest Cline's Ready Player 2 with the narrator Will Wheaton narrating it, and yes, yes. And it was great. Yeah, that was a great story. Not as good as the first one, but it was better than two. There you go. And the best part about Audible is that you can listen to your books on your smartphone, tablet, PC, and any Alexa audio devices. With Audible Premium, you get to pick one title. Well, no, not you. Just Audible. Unless you want to say, "Hey Alexa, read me this book," then we'll be fine.
Okay.
Yes, but you get to pick a title every month with Audible Premium in its vast library. So, and if you didn't like the book selection that you chose, that's totally okay. Audible also does exchanges to it with no questions asked. So, listeners to the CFG Gamecast can try Audible completely free by going to the Audible Trials website, audibletrial.com/CFGG. And you get to choose one free book by any book, no questions asked. Just try it out. And once again, go to audibletrial.com/CFGG and experience the amazing world of stories Audible provides for you. So there you go. What kind of books? What kind of books do you like to read, Smitty?
I do like sci-fi books. I mean, the same. I'm very similar, like with films as well. I like sci-fi and
escapage from the real world.
Yeah, exactly. But I'll read if a book is good, I'll read it.
Yeah, that's good.
I always feel like you take something away, and I'm you know what I mean. Whether it's listening to one or physically having one, it's just nice to be able to
escape
and get lost into a world. Yeah,
totally agree.
I'm actually in the middle of a series that Dust had recommended because I love Alice in Wonderland through the glasses all the time. But he had suggested The Looking Glass Wars, which is a really cool take on Alice is real and she got thrown into the real world, and through her world is where we get our imaginative ideas to create things. And so it's really cool. And she, as a little child, is thrown through this portal, loses her caretaker, and is trying to, basically she's an orphan, but she tells this man her story. It's adopted, tells this man her story. And that's the book we all know. And she's like, he lied, that you lied. You didn't tell the truth and you ruined it. And now I'll never get back. And so it's really cool, breaking of a fourth wall. It's really neat. I need to finish the second one. But I'm sewing and doing diamond paintings right now. I'm busy.
See, there you go. Audible will help you out with that. So there you go.
But at 6 a.m. when I can't sleep because Dust is snoring, my Kindle is over. Reading makes my eyes tired. I go to sleep.
Great. Smitty.
Get it.
What is your topic? What are you bringing your topic to the table?
We got to sit down and talk about some cyberpunk. We've got that one.
Aren't you tired of kicking a dead horse? I'm just kidding.
I know, that's what it feels like. But I mean, again, I feel like, these are the changes. This is the stuff that we're looking for them now that it's out in the world. There's been all kinds of people complaining, issues, or some, PlayStation 4 is not even playable. So they've gone in and this is our first big update. This is about a 17 gig update from them, and really it focuses a lot on stability and issue changes, things like that. I just kind of want to run through, and I'll drop the link in chat here.
All right.
But I want to run through because I've noticed some of the stuff too. There's been some missions that I can't like do, like I'm at where it says I need to be, but I can't.
On PC or PlayStation?
I have it on PC.
Okay.
Yeah.
He's playing it right.
Yeah, exactly.
Master Race.
You know, yeah. So basically, they're saying that it really focused on stability issues, such as memory usage improvements in various systems within the game, characters, interactions, navigation, in-game videos, foliage, laser effects, mini-map devices, all this stuff. Various crash fixes. As well, such as loading save games, opening and closing points of no returns. Really, they focus on the quest open world side. A number of, and I'm not going to get into those details, but they went in and fixed a number of specific issues that they knew were related to either mission or things within the open world. I'm seeing that there were actually a lot of stuff more than I even realized, but there were really things that were specific to missions that they fixed. Within the UI, they fixed an issue where prompted for existing brain dance could be missing, removed an invalid item from the loot. Visuals, fixed an issue where a grenade's trajectory could be displayed in photo mode.
What?
Appearing pink. Yeah, just weird. Like there's all these little weird bugs that people are coming up. So I guess apparently if you're throwing a grenade and you go to photo mode, it'll show the trajectory in the photo, I guess. So, that's things that people have noticed and whatnot.
Wow.
Some miscellaneous items. They fixed some achievement issues. There's miscellaneous items that they fixed, such as an issue where input could stop registering upon opening the weapon wheel. Fixed an issue where the continue button in the main menu could load an end game save.
Wow.
PlayStation
what?
specific performance optimization of crowds on PlayStation. What?
It press continue. It goes to an end game save. What?
Yeah.
How bad? Was this on console or was this a PC glitch? Oh my god.
That it doesn't specify whether that is. It might have been an overall glitch because then there's PlayStation specific and Xbox. So the PlayStation specifics was performance optimization of crowds on PlayStation 4 Pro and PlayStation 5, various crash fixes on PlayStation 4. Xbox was improved memory usage for character creation, mirror scanning, camera, remote control, etc., etc. PC, it will now be possible to obtain achievements while in Steam offline mode. Note, offline mode needs to be enabled before doing so.
Yeah.
It addressed the game startup crashes related to loading cache on the NVIDIA graphics cards. I never experienced that on PC, but apparently that was a thing.
I think it matters on it also mattered on version because I think on the video card side they had to do a patch update as well, like hardware.
There was. Yes, you're correct about that. Absolutely, there was.
Right.
There were some Stadia specific things too. Concert audio should no longer be inaudible and never fade away. Fixed corrupt textures. So really, this was your first big. They went in and they're trying to now get the game to where it's going to be stable and what it should be as a finished game. They've gone in. It looks like they're tightening screws and basically the polishing that should have already happened beforehand. It's good on one hand to see that they're addressing the stuff, and kind of like you're saying, I'm not one to beat a dead horse. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
I understand. People understand that there's issues with this. At this point, for me, it's like, hey, now let's focus on the improvements that they're making. See where the game goes. I know that, and I think there's other people like this as well that haven't gone and gotten the game. There really is no need. They're waiting for it to get to a state that it should have been at launch. Before picking it up and putting down the ducats. I respect that. I think that is it's a smart move because really right now it's like we're basically in a testing phase and you're paying top dollars to get in on the test.
Yeah. I mean, I haven't been able to play the game yet. I'm still having Dust kind of go through and see like what areas I need to be wary of. But I want to play it. I mean, here's the thing. It looks great. The game is, for PC is fantastic. I'll be honest. The PP slippage out of the pants, I think, is just hysterical. I feel like that was a prank that they have to like. Oh, your PP slipped out your pants. Oh no. But you know it. Look, I think the game looks fantastic. Yeah, there's glitches. I mean, obviously, if you're playing it on PlayStation 4 and PlayStation 5, you're running into a lot of problems and it sucks. And I think if we don't complain about the things that aren't working properly, then things won't change, right? We're paying all of this money to play a game and it's not working. For us PC users, it's pretty much working. I mean, glitches here and there, of course, but you know, that's kind of to be expected with any game.
Well, I'm not gonna give them a pass on that though, because like technically they lied to their masses on this. I mean,
oh, they did. They're being sued for sure.
Yeah, that's the thing though. Like, see, and here's the thing though too. It's just that on top of it is that like, I mean, dude, like, yeah, okay, so. Like this game is barred from PlayStation because of that. That's a big deal. I mean, in itself. So, like digital wise, I don't know, but the copies that are out in the in the world is out there. But whatever. But like they weren't as transparent as they were enough. Even at the press level, they gave the PC version because that's the best version that they gave. But they gave these weird stipulations. Like they said that you couldn't use your own videos, you couldn't do any of this different kind of stuff. So they purposely deceived their selling base. Don't get me wrong. Like the way they implemented this release was bad, but at the same time, they are fixing what needs to be fixed as well as they should, because like it's not even a matter of goodwill, it's a matter of they need to, because at this point there's a crap ton of people that put the money in the $60, the $200 for the collector's edition, all this stuff. They got good sales numbers because of it, so we know that they got their money back from the production costs on this. So that means a lot of people got this game, but a lot of people don't have PS5s, so or really good PCs. So on top of that, so like so it's a matter of you got paid already, you've done all of this stuff, and and I believe CD Projekt Red didn't purposely like be like one of those kind of companies that deceptively made the game and they're like, okay, we got the cash cow, it's time to bail. They definitely care about their stuff. But but we just gotta hold them accountable is what I'm saying.
Oh well, no, and that's what I'm saying. Like, let's hold them accountable. I'm not saying that they're not going to fix it. Like, I think they're doing a really good job fixing it. I think they've come out and been very honest and transparent about that. Like, yes, we worked really hard on the PC edition, and this is where we lacked in other areas. And I think, you know, with the fixes, it's just gonna. I looked at the screen. Hold on.
Oh yeah.
Is that?
Oh,
that one got me.
Wow.
What was I saying?
You were saying
I mean, I think, you know, they're doing a really good job being transparent, fixing it, and again, like I hate cancel culture. I'm not saying we cancel them for this.
Oh, no.
I think, you know, we let them know what issues we're having and let them know we want them to do better. Oh my God, my cat is just trying to rub up on the dog and get love, and she's ignoring her.
Leave me alone.
You know. And I think, you know, as someone I watch who's like the goth version of Dust, he's hysterical. It's literally like the goth version of Dust on YouTube. He was saying, you know, if like don't cancel things, but if we need to make our voices heard, and if it's a mass thing, let's not get into the herd mentality, but let's say, look, hey, I'm having issues with this. I'm having issues with this. Like, let's make sure we are complaining, but not being whiny, you know what's about it, when we can't have our way and throwing tantrums like children, because that's not going to get us anywhere. We need to meet halfway and let these companies know, look, there's an issue here and you need to fix it, and it's not okay, because then we're setting a precedent for other companies to come in and do certain things like this, who are shady, who just want a cash grab and just whoop, get on out. You know what I mean? But I think the game looks fantastic. I'm jealous. Like, I want to play it. I just, I can't. And I have us on like 3 screens trying so hard not to look. Oh, this scene's okay. It's when like she turned purple. I was like, oh, what's that? Ugh.
But like I'm just thinking that like overall though, like I mean, yeah, definitely. And I don't feel that this game is being like, you know, canceled, because people are patiently, because the consensus is this, and I think that's like there's a game.
I think they're
in
gonna
there.
sell more too once.
They will. They most definitely will. Like this, like they're in a really good spot comparatively, like how what Anthem was, in my opinion. I guess that's a really good comparison towards it. It's like, because Anthem was quite deceptive on what it was, but
right.
but Cyberpunk is like there is a game, and it's a good game, especially people who can play the game, like, which is mostly PC players that play the game, are enjoying it, and they know it's there. Now it's the waiting period of fixing all of this, you know, and
right.
And I think that's why people are going to be forgiving. I like people are going to forgive CD Projekt Red, and hopefully Project Red will learn from this mistake in any future projects. But for this, but like, and what's actually kind of funny is like it kind of goes back, because remember, like I think one of the podcast episodes we were talking about, you know, people were threatening like developers from CD Projekt Red because of the delays. It's like, well, I mean, look at that. like, so are you angry now that the game is out and now people are waiting for it to be fixed as opposed to it's
exactly.
just, it's like
the same people that'll bitch about this. It's like, dude, like in the first place, man, I didn't think this was going to come out till 2021. To be honest, you can tell that there was something definitely going on behind the scenes there. But it's the same people that get salty about it. I am the same way. I agree with you, Ravage. I think this is a fantastic game. Like, I love the fact that it's just straight up an adult game for adults. And it's fun. You know,
thank you.
I've had minimal issues. I've had some, you know, but for me, it's been funny things and whatnot. And there's like one mission maybe that I can't get past. But other than that, it's been pretty chill, you know. And I've just enjoyed my playthrough and going through it and having fun in this world, exploring this world, being an adult, you know, doing crazy shit, and you know, I love it. So.
Dude, so when we were on break from podcast on the weekends, like I was excited. I was like, maybe Adam and I can have like breakfast in bed, blah blah blah. No, he was waking up before me to go play said game, and he had gotten up. He came out of the bathroom. He was dressed, and I thought, oh, maybe he's gonna run to the store or something. And I was watching something, and he stopped at the end of the bed and is watching what I'm watching on TV. And it goes to a commercial, and he looks at me and he goes, "All right, I have to go save some whores now. I'll see you later." And I go, "I'm sorry, what?" And he goes, "Well, actually, they're called dolls." And then he goes into this whole explanation. I'm like, go do, just go, just go. And then he got all upset. He was like, "She won't fall in love with me." And I'm like, did your pee-pee slip out of your pants? What happened?
That's the reason. That's the one.
Make it bigger? I don't know. Like, how's the game work, hon? Because I don't know the story. I'm trying to stay away. I don't want to know anything. Like, he's given me some little details, but he's been really good about not spoiling stuff for me, which is great. Because again, I do want to play the game. I want to talk to Able Gamers and see if maybe there's like some sort of gels that I can put on my computer that would help. I don't know. We'll see.
Reach out and see, man.
Or maybe talk to them about developing something like that.
Yeah. Oh, there you go. Then be a billionaire on that. True. That's a good idea.
Able Gamers, hit me up.
Well, yeah. Well, yeah. So I mean, but yeah, for the consensus, good job on their first big patch. I know this is going to be one of many that's going to be coming in the future. So we'll just see. I haven't touched this game yet because I was like, I'm just going to wait.
It's with me on that. We're waiting.
I could easily wait. Like I'm still waiting for Marvel Avengers, you know. So I was just like, okay, let's just do it because I know I wouldn't want to spend $60. Yeah, well, I'll wait. Well, I heard
fly into the wall.
I heard the game is way better than what it used to be, so I don't know what that means, but we'll see. So
I'll run through it. I need to install it. I've just run out of room on my damn PlayStation, dude.
Right.
I need to install it because I had the physical disc. But this, I'm excited to get back in. I'm gonna dig back into this as well. just to see what kind of changes and see if I notice any of those changes in this update.
Yeah.
So I am excited about that, and I am excited to see where this game goes. Can you imagine this, like with multiplayer? And this is gonna turn into a big ass MMO. Essentially.
Were they planning playing multiplayer in this game?
I believe they're. I
feel like I heard something about it, but I could be wrong.
It's a down the road thing for sure, but I feel like that was something that eventually they were talking about getting to, and I am here for that, dude. Can you imagine this game and being able to, like, this is it's gonna be the future. People are gonna meet up. They're gonna do meetings here. Like, they're gonna go to Hanako Tower and meet up for you know what I mean, or something like that.
Yeah,
I think it would be really cool. I think there's a lot of possibilities with this game.
And just a reminder, for those of you who are like, oh, that's such a big that is not a big update. Call me when you have an 80 gig update, and then I'll go, yeah, that's big, because that's what the stuff I deal with all the time. I don't even play except with Ducky and Smitty in Dust. That's it. And let AF. It's ridiculous. Oh, you got an update? Oh, give me 5 minutes. Never mind. It's 80 gigs. I'll see you in 30.
Yeah.
Well, that's cool.
But
yeah,
it's not.
All good.
Yeah. Good topic, sir. Good topic. Good
very
topic.
Much so.
We need like you need a why don't we have a soundboard where we can like clap and stuff?
Because we're streaming this on we're recording this as a podcast. That's why.
I know. Let's deal.
Yeah.
Hype each other up. That's all.
Guys, this was episode number 78 of the CFG GameCast. Thank you for being a part of the conversation as always. We will be back next week with some more awesome topics, but in the meantime, if you want to come back or you want to check us out again on this episode, you can by all means check out or download the podcast on any podcast services like Apple, Google Podcasts, Stitcher Radio, Amazon, what have you. Any podcast service out there has us. But definitely give us a follow, a like, or what have you on those services. It does go a really long way for us. And we'll definitely see you again. So on I believe, when did I say? Mondays. We always release that on Mondays. So if you want to see a lot more extra content, go to our main website, confreaksandgeeks.com, to check out all the interviews, the reviews, and stuff like that. Like I said, we just spoke to Kira Buckland, 2B from Near Automata, just this last week. Check us out there. So there's so much. We got a lot of stuff and things always going in the works there. So guys, thank you for stopping by over at CFG Gamecast. This is Lex, Smitty, and Davis signing off. Y'all take it easy.
Bye.